Team4Balkan.
Yeah, this should be a cracking game, especially if the previous results are anything to go by. It's a real close one. That's also indicated from CSGO Lounge, which I think had this at about 57% in Team Global's favour, so very, very close. As you can see, everyone is going to be jumping outside for the knife for sides, the winner of which I am going to pretty much assume will go CT side. I mean, this is one of the most favourable maps to CT. Teams like Dignitas often win this 13-2 on CT side. It's not unheard of, so this is actually a really important knife round.
It is. I think it's actually the most CT-sided map in the game. Train historically was, and we're going to see that after, which is great. I'm happy about that. But Train's balanced out slightly in Global Offensive, I feel. So Nuke, in my opinion, is definitely the most CT-sided map, and as you said, expect to see 11-4. Anything more than 4 rounds for a terrorist will be good. Starting on T. If you start on T and get 5 rounds, you're going to be very, very happy indeed. And,
definitely. That will be good news.
I think Team4Balkan are going to win this, so that'll be a CT start. They'll be repping the blue colours for this first half, and they'll want to pick up the pistol round. But likewise, Team Global, pistol round is a great opportunity to get 3 rounds on the board as terrorist. So it's one of those pistol rounds. It's one of those starts in a game. You need to be alert. You need to start well, because Nuke is one of those maps.
Well, as you called the pistol round, we'll more than likely see Team4Balkan on CT side. They did just win the knife. There we go, swap. So they're going to be starting CT. And for T's, as you mentioned, Jono, if you just want to elaborate a tiny bit more on this, but it's a question of how many rounds can you pick up. You're not expecting to win the first half. It's just whether you can get 4 or 5 under your belt.
Definitely. Bearing in mind, we play 2 halves of 15. If it maxes out, I'll try and say this really quickly. Oh, that's cool. They're giving me a chance to speak. So you want to give yourself the best possible chance to win the game, obviously. And thinking about your own CT side, if you're confident or not, you're going to be thinking about that. You're going to be thinking how strong the opposition are, all these things. But by the time you switch over, you'll have already probably been thinking about what you're going to do on CT. And by that time, you're already on the favoured side. So if you give yourself, let's say, 4 rounds as terrorist, that's alright. If you pick up the pistol round, you're straight back there onto 7, and boom, you only need 8 rounds as CT brought up, and that's a really easy ask of them. But we're going to go live, actually. This is the first round, first pistol round, that is, and quite a simple stack going for Team4Balkan. They're not putting much emphasis on outside, which is something we've seen quite often these days. Outside is a very strong way in now, thanks to the introduction of some new stairs that lead to the B site, but they're kind of leaving it. XM's going to sight it, but it doesn't even matter. Some great smokes are just going to give them a free passage, and that's going to allow them to go under. That nice entrance kill from XM, actually. Not looking that great for Team Global already, Mez.
Yep, they're going to have to try and get a move on here, because pistol round is one of the more favourable rounds for terrorist on this map. So if they're not going to win this, they're going to be in dire straits. And there's Emilio with a quick 3 kills, all in their head, just exploding into this round. It's all down to Twist. We saw him have a bit of an on-off game yesterday, but he's going to have to step up big right now if he wants to clutch this one for his team. There's the first one. There's the second one as well. 3 more players to find a kill. Grenade comes in, heavily tags him up, and that's definitely going to put a bit of a halter on his speed. Comes back round again, and he will spot himself a player on ramp. So the bomb is down. This is about as scary a position as you can be in a 1v3, and there we go. Emilio gets his 4th kill, all headshots.
Team Emilio, what a start from him. Don't know much about him, hands up, but clearly he's good at USP and had people in the head. What a bloody good start. He's got 4 kills for himself there. And Team Global are going to be a bit disappointed, because that means they're going to have to try and get at least 3 or 4 rounds in the buys, and that's not an easy ask at all. Team4Balkan read what was happening so well. They knew that some people were going to go downstairs, so they kind of assumed it was going to be a B split. So they kind of parked up on ramp as well, made sure that ramp wasn't open for entry, locked that down, and were able to to capitalise on their knowledge and just shut them down on that B site. So great start from Team4Balkan, and now we're just going to see a pretty slow anti-eco round from Team Global. I suppose they just want to get into the groove of the game. Don't want to rush just yet. And we do see a lot of second rounds being won, actually. Yesterday we saw so many, didn't we?
Oh, he did. I'm not too sure if that's going to be the case on Nuke, though, because it's with weapons, it's incredibly easy. As you just saw there, Team4Balkan didn't lose a single player in the process. It's very easy to just lock those sites down and allow T's to come to you, especially on the A side. It's just like stand on rafters. Assault rifle will always just muller over pistols all day long. Already 2-0, very comfortable for Team4Balkan. So as I mentioned before, Jono, it's all down to Team Global. How many rounds can you pick up on T side? That's going to be the determining factor on Nuke.
Absolutely, nice bit of robot coming in. I think. I assume that's just the team speak. We're gonna get that sorted as soon as possible. But another good kill from Rogue coming in. Well, that might be his first actually. No, it's his third. What am I on about? His third kill. So a good start. For a bought-up Team4Balkan, they won't want to give away any guns here unnecessarily. Like you said, it's pretty easy. Just sit back. And another thing we need to talk about on DE Nuke, the reason why I've got a love-hate relationship with it. I hate playing terrorist side, but I love playing CT side. And the reason being, you can rotate so easily. The bomb sites are effectively above each other, and that's a really interesting thing to consider about this map.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why CT is a lot easier, because it takes you all about 3 seconds to rotate if needs be, and all of the angles where you push in as T's are bottlenecky. As I think that I'm getting TS problems again. Am I still robotic for you?
No, you're okay. It's kind of on and off. Let's not let that throw us anyway.
Right, let me try something else as well.
Okay.
Go for it, John. I'll take
the bottlenecky thing you're talking about, spot on, but there is one place that's kind of more open, that's outside. So expect to see a terrorist team pushing outside a lot of the time. Depending on how the CTs are defending it, Dignitas, good example, you're going to give Fetish an AWP, he just locks it down, so it's basically closes the door there. But most teams will try their luck outside a lot of the time, because it's pretty open. But like if you push onto A, there's just so many angles. There's a height, there's an elevation kind of thing to worry about as well. There's people on rafters, there's people left and right. It's such a hard side to play. I can't emphasize that enough. So Team Global, having lots of pistol rounds, will be looking for 4 rounds. They'll be looking for 4 rounds, and they'll be happy with that. And then they have to win the pistol round. And that's the good thing about starting on CT, is if you win the pistol rounds, then you're giving the other team, not much room to win rounds at all. And by that time, the pressure's on, because when they switch, they have to win the pistol round. So there's a lot more pressure second time on. But anyway, this is the first buy round, and a good exchange going in the way of Team Global. Pretty even, but Houghton did come off slightly worse. A lot of FAMAS is still in use here, and XM misses the shot actually. Probably should have got that one with the Swag 7. Makes up for it finally. Twist peeking a little bit too much possibly, but ramp is open, and that's going to be the order of the day. They're going to push down with 3 members. There is one CT waiting, that's Emilio. He's already done great work with the pistol. He gets 2. Some good M4 work from him. XM's almost all chimed in as well. Can't get my words out. Only 9 seconds remaining. 1 player for the T side is still alive. That's Crims. We saw him do some magic yesterday, but I don't think he's got his magic wand out in this round, and it's going to be first round. Sorry, it's not first round at all on the board of Team Global. It's another round loss, and that's the first buy round going in the way of Team4Balkan.
Yep, so Team4Balkan have quickly accelerated them into a position that a lot of people would expect on CT side. There is going to be another buy coming in from Team Global, though, with an AWP and Olafmeister, who was making some incredible plays yesterday.
He was a big player yesterday.
Yeah, he was pretty much, I'm not going to say single-handedly keeping Team Global in the game, but some of his shots were just opening them sights up.
Yeah, Olive Master, you said, right? Olive
Master. Which is definitely apt for how he was performing yesterday. So let's see if he's going to continue in that vein of form. Here we go. Pitta is up on the rafters, waiting for someone to push through Squeaky, but smokes have already came down, so Team Global don't want any part of this just yet, and they are going to be playing more passively as a result. So Team Global, honestly, the onus is all on them. 3 of their players have yet to actually find a single frag.
I noticed that, yeah.
It will definitely start to weigh down on their shoulders.
Yeah, still early days. As I said, they lost the pistol round, and that's a big blow in itself, a good chance to pick up 3 rounds gone by the wayside, so it's 4-0 straight away, and expect to see this going, like, it could even be 12-3, 13-2, it could be that bad, because, as you say, Team Global needs to wake up. It's still early days, as I said. They have actually got a bit of room to work with. They've been left to be bomb sites, so they might even be able to get the bomb down here. Still 5 members on either side, no exchanges going yet, but Dennis is going to push in. Quite a sneaky play from him, walking all the way into main there, taking down Schutten, and he might be able to get a second. He actually jumped. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, maybe trying to dodge the bullets, but Roke's taken him down. Now 4 plays 4, and it's is it a retake situation? I can't even hear the game, but 2 kills from Team Global anyway. Now it's 2 versus 1, just like that. Emilio and Roke chiming in on their own, and the bomb is actually down. My game sound, I'm going to turn up, but Olafmeister here in a good position with a naught to do damage, misses that shot, but knows he isn't on it, and the defuse is coming out from Emilio, but Olafmeister too clever. Oh, I thought he might have just got it there. Was Emilio? Oh, he must have been close.
Very, very close. I thought Olafmeister, though, had actually secured that kill in the first time of asking. It looked to me that he was aiming right on the player, but unfortunately for him, had to go back the second time. 4-1 though, important round for Team Global. Every single round they can pick up on T's side is oh so important, and this may give them that confidence, because before I was talking about how 3 of them hadn't picked up a frag, now it's just Sight who hasn't got any, and he is going to get the first one. So there you go, some confidence back into his veins. That's going to put Team Global very much happy with this situation, especially as they've just picked up the second as well. So suddenly, before you know it, this could be the second round in a row to Team Global. They're stacking down Secret. They haven't quite pushed it just yet. Twist is taking point. But you can see they have the 2-player advantage. And I would have to say, if they want a chance at winning this map, I know it's early days, but this is a bold thing to say, but if they want to win this map, they have to clutch rounds like this. They have to convert them. When you have a 2-player advantage on T's, it's almost criminal not to claim them. And that's Pitts that's going to take down Olafmeister from the rafters before falling himself, courtesy of Twist. 4v2, bomb has been planted. This is not looking good for Exum and Rook.
It's looking like a save, in fact, probably the right thing to do, but 2 rounds on the board already. They lost the pistol round, heads dropped maybe slightly a little bit. I mean, oh guys, we could have won that pistol round, oh well. Now it's going to be hard, but let's just play lights out and do it anyway. And they come up, the 5th round, boom, they pick it up. And in good fashion, they were left the bomb site B. They took advantage of that. Outside, they've been playing quite passive, Team4Balkan. Really passive, in fact. And they're getting access to that B site a little bit too easily, in my eyes. But anyway, they pick up that round, and here they've just picked up another. And what did they do there? They just basically split and picked, and then they went round outside to main. But great round for them, and second on the board already. And just like that, the money it's not looking amazing for Team4Balkan. Even if they might lose. Can't get my words out. If they lose this round, they might have to eco, and that's disastrous considering they are on the CT side.
Yeah, certainly not ideal for them. So, Team Global, if they can win this round, it's ultimately, if you kind of follow my logic, they win this round, they're probably going to win 2 or 3 because of the eco, because of the economy that will also being in tatters from Team4Balkan as a result of it. So, Team Global, this is a big round. They're going to know it as well. As soon as they hear the M4 shots, they're like, okay guys, they're low on money. Let's make sure we punish them. Dennis has only took 7 hit points in damage. So, Team4 Global, okay, that's a nice one. I got the 2 teams mixed up.
Yeah, it's not hard to do though. They're very
Team Global is the one I was looking for. Again, I'm going to have this very similar strat where they stack a Olafmeister on top of the silo, have Twist pushing outside, and keep the bomb down until they know for a fact that 1 bomb is ripe for the taking. And this slow, steady approach, though, I have to say, may actually play into the hands of CT.
Possibly, but Crimson's already, if you look, he's already stairs once again. They're nearly on the B bomb site. And some CT plays, they allow this, but that's because they're set up pretty well to stop it once they get into the B bomb site, with rotates from ramp and rotates from A down vents, that kind of thing. But thus far, Team4Balkan haven't been able to do that. But anyway, Rogue's going to get the first. Dennis has got another fast trade, but Peter in the meantime gets 2, and Houghton with 1 as well. That's the A site lockdown. A lot more promising from them. They just, well, a very simple Team Global push onto A was shut down in good fashion, as you'd expect. And that's what Team4Global... God, I'm doing it now. I'm just going to say Balkan and Global. It's easier, isn't it?
Probably easier, yeah. Totally easier,
so a good hold from Balkan. That's what they need to do, and they need to start repeating that. But at least they're not going to be on eco. And in fact, Global are going to be ballsy and not go on eco, but they're on the verge.
Yeah, I think they can still sense a bit of blood in the water here, realising the economy still isn't amazing for Team4Balkan. So if Olafmeister can make this scout work... There's nothing saying that Team4Global, I'm saying it again now, Team Global can't take this round themselves, but that is a beautiful pickup from Schutten from outside. And that's going to put Team Global on the back foot already because they've got a scout, which, you know, it's a very opportunistic kind of weapon. You have to be in the right place and you have to hit that head for an insta-kill. Crims does come round though and try and bring this one back in Team Global's favour. However, Team4Balkan, they're playing it right again. They're just sitting in deep. They're allowing Team Global to take outside because they got deep positions downstairs. XM on the staircase next to the control room. So overall, again, I'd say Team4Balkan are in prime position to pick up this 6th round. Unless Team Global can rush in and really try and throw a spanner in the works, they should go to CT
if XM
side.
goes down, he's the lone protector on B. That's going to incur a rotate, obviously, but by that time they will actually have the sites themselves. So the key play here is XM, if they do choose to go down lower, that is. And the bomb's actually going back to lobby, I think. But yeah, spot on, they're just winding down the clock. But in the meantime, where was that? Crim's got a pick outside, I think. A bit of an overextension in main there from Peter, and that's going to allow them to go into A quite possibly. Schuten's going to get challenged here. He manages to stay alive just, but there, Sipe's going to finish off the job. Now Emilio and XM, the person that we were just talking about on that B site, he's now going to have to rotate onto the A. And, well, a great start from him. He's already picked up one. Was that on the ladder?
Yeah, he just hit him through a wall.
Oh, God.
Ladder. Filthy.
Crims, in the meantime, though, is going to secure it. Or is he? It's now XM and Crims in a 1 versus 1, but Crims comes up big. 3 kills for him, I believe, in that round. And actually securing the 3rd round for a terrorist. Team Global. Pretty good stuff.
That is, this is looking incredibly good for Team Global because we were talking before about the economy. They are going to go ahead with a full buy, but look at that, 3 players on $0. They are flat out broke. So this is a must-win round for Team4Balkan. Otherwise, Team Global are going to be 5-4 with an economy round as well in their back pocket. Twitch just has the CZ, which could prove to be a bit of a thorn in the side of Team Global. But let's see if they're going to rinse and repeat with these tactics and try the slow outside push. And I agree with what you said there, John. It was a case that they just overextended needlessly. And that's ultimately what lost them the round.
Yeah, and that's something you really don't want to be doing. You don't want to be giving away easy frags. And if you do give away frag, you want to be able to get the revenge frag. A CT, that's just essential. You have to be set up so that if you get challenged, you're going to have support. You're going to have backup, you know. Unfortunately, Team4Balkan, they haven't really got that thus far, but Peter's going to get one. While XM, I think, was outside, got another. Sight has got one, but once again, Peter was alone there. Extended on his own, got taken down. The man has already rotated off-ramp all the way into Toxic. Who is that? It's Emilio. He's going to just stay in Toxic. So he rotated off, and Peter showed. That's not really the way to do it. You should show together. It's a team game.
Yeah, always got to get your teammates back, and that's going to take it down to a 3-on-2. In fact, a 2v3 now. Bomb is going to be planted, so even if Team Global lose this game, this match, I should say, in terms of this 3v2, they're still going to be in a pretty nice situation because they've taken 2 players down on 0 money, and they've got the bomb plant themselves. That is going to be Team4Balkan picking up this first kill. There's Sipe. He's picked up one. Can he get any more? There is a player just to his right and his left. XM with the AWP is snaking his way around, but he's stalling this one out. Now Sipe's going to do laps of this one. He's going to pick up a kill. No, he's not actually. Somehow XM's still alive. Here comes the clock. Has he stalled it for long enough? This actually is going to be the round win to Team Global. Awesome play from Sipe, but a very slow, rough start.
What were they thinking? They just let him have Toxic. Oh, do you know? I laughed. I kind of interrupted you with a little snigger. Sipe basically pressed E on the door, so that when they try and come into Toxic, he just closes the door in their face instead of letting them in and killing them.
Nope, and, you're not getting in.
That really worked out because he just wound down the clock, and no kit on Team4Balkan meant no round win, and now 5-4. Team Global looking very good already. I said if they had 4 rounds, that would probably be their aim. But I'm thinking they can get several more than this, and especially as we see Team4Balkan without guns. Rogue's got an M4. That's all he has. Everybody else has no armor, no nades, a couple of pistols here and there. Rogue goes down with the M4. This just isn't looking good for Team4Balkan after we saw them just play so well against Titan yesterday. But there's another aspect of this, something we haven't really touched on. We kind of have. There's 2 Swedish teams. It's a similar kind of thing to when Titan and clan-mystik play. Titan would be the favourites, no doubt. But clan-mystik seem to always win, and it's just because they're domestic and they know each other so well. And I think that's the case here as well. I think, well, surely that would give us an even game, but so far it seems to be favouring Team Global.
Yeah, Team Global doing a great job, and you know, just going to shut down this eco round with the 1 assault rifle picked up on XM. He's going to take that one from Sipes Corpse. And then it's going to be 5-5, as we called previously. Can Twist get this last kill? This will be a pretty important one. He does. Through the wall, gets the wallbang frag as XM only had about 20 hit points remaining. 5-5 is the scoreline. They are going to be able to buy back up again, Team4Balkan, but if they lose this round, they're going to be in an identical position, and they do have a FAMAS, so this is far from ideal for them.
They need literally every round from here on. They started really badly. They got the eco, obviously. They got the first 3 rounds. After that, Team Global, out of nowhere, have just been able to tear them apart. I think that's largely down to their setups, overextension, something we touched on. On some rounds they played it well and sat back. On others they just haven't done the right thing. They haven't been playing together in pairs. The setups have been weak, and Team Global have been able to get a lot of room around the map, a lot of good map control coming out from them, especially outside. They've been taking full advantage of it. Here we see the score's completely tied up, and well, that's a good start from Peter. Another overextension, but it works out. Olifmeister in the meantime is going to get one through door. Roke, slightly unaware of door there, it wasn't being covered, so that's going to mean this favours Team Global definitely. 4-on-4 will favour the terrorist side. Do you think we're going to see 6-5?
You know what? With Team Global, the way the Team4Balkan have been playing these last few days, I have no idea. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Whether it's probable, though, is an entirely different question. You can see that Olafmeister is trying to push into ramp, whereas Crims is taking the secret route downstairs. Well, it looks
another
like
good
Emilio's in
split.
good
From
position.
outside, it's just theirs, and they get it easily. And Twist is getting a kill with Emilio. Schutenwell's the lone protector of ramp, and he's on low health as it is, I was going to say, but he's still alive. Might be a factor in this, and Peter with a good headshot is going to commence the rotate in. Crims goes down, a key player. He's on 7 something, by the way, he's playing really well. And, well, 3 plays 3 now. This is a central round win for the CTs, but Olifmeister is going to start things off badly for them, and so does Sipe chiming in with another kill. That's a 1 versus 3, and I think he's going to back off. It's 6-5 Team Global. This is a phenomenal start from them, and quite frankly, if Team Balkan don't wake up right now, I don't see a way back for them.
Well, it's certainly a mountain for them to climb, and even if they do manage to pick up all the rounds from here on out, they're still in dire straits as soon as the roles are reversed, because best case scenario for them right now is 9-6 in their favour. And the way that Team4Global have been playing, the fact this is another eco round for Team4Balkan, it doesn't look good. This looks like it's going to be 7-5. And it's 7 rounds on T side is absolutely phenomenal work from Team Global.
Considering they lost the pistol round as well. They sort of 7 buy rounds if they get it.
This would be huge for them. And 2 kills coming in. Rocket, fair enough, has got an eco frag, but there is Dennis, who will quickly make short work of him with the assist coming in as well. Bomb is going down, and so is Dennis, dropped from Schuten in the vent system. So 3 on 3. Couple players heavily tagged. That grenade, I'm not too sure if that caught anybody, but it was certainly close if not. And you can see that XM is very low, just with the CZ. Emilio has picked himself up an AK, so in the back of their minds, they're probably thinking about saving. However, that is going to be a kill on Twist, so they're doing as much damage as they possibly can before losing the round. But I would argue here that it's not really a great idea to save. I mean, I understand the idea. You want the assault rifles, but you've already lost 7 rounds on CT side. This is just terrible.
It's disastrous from them, and they've just ecoed, so save it. Well, they've got guns, probably a smart thing to do, but they're going to have money anyway. There's 2 ways of looking at it. Well, I don't really know what to say. This is not how I saw this one turning out. I thought we'd see an 11-4, 12-3 kind of scoreline, especially after Team Balkan's performance yesterday. But Team Global have clearly gone away, talk to each other in stern words. Do you know who the in-game leader is? I'm not too sure, actually.
I'm not sure either.
No, well, the in-game leader's probably had a go at them all, you know, discipline them, as we were talking about with existence. Probably something's changed, and they seem to be playing really well there. Good kill there from Makey. He probably wants to be called Makey since he's insisting on naming himself that. Is XM, but Olafmeister is going to take him down. Alt versus alt, long-range duel going the way of Team Global. 4 versus 4, just like that. And once again, Twist is going to open up the back stairs. Schuten has actually stacked it. He gets smacked though. 2 HP, so Twist doing good work for his team. And here we have, well, just 1 terrorist working around on his own, doing great damage. Didn't get the kill, but Sipe nearly got his entrance into ramp on his own, and that just shows the confidence of Team Global right now. The strategies are not complicated. They're just playing with confidence.
I'm actually going to correct myself as well. I was skeptical as Peter has just picked up that kill on Olafmeister in Heaven. Last play is Dennis in Hut, and he's probably going to find his Zoom. There we go, has been dropped. I'm going to correct myself from that previous round where I said I'm not sure if saving the weapons was the correct decision. It was. And
right.
that's just been shown there, because if they didn't save those weapons, they probably wouldn't have been able to full buy, and then it would have more than likely been struggling this round. They may have still won it, but they'd have lost a lot more weapons. So in hindsight, saving the weapons was actually a good call from Team4Balkan, so I tip my hat to them. But they're still in dire straits. They have to win these next 2 rounds and then have the T side of a lifetime.
It's kind of a long-term game, isn't it? So we'll give them this round, and we'll take the next. We'll take all the next rounds. That's surely what they're thinking by now. And XM's opening up with an orb shot. That's really going to get me excited through the smoke. Tiny little gap. What a reaction shot from him. 4 plays 5 now. Finally something going the way of Team Balkan early on, and they did just pick up that round. But another good start from them. It's going to see it. Possibly going to be, well, the best case scenario now is 8-7. That's the most even scoreline you could expect. We'd like to see that on Mirage, maybe Dust 2. Not on DE Nuke, so testament to Team Global, or perhaps Team Balkan being bad, but XM with another kill, putting more emphasis on holding outside, and it's working. So they've changed it up slightly. They've put an AWP there, actually around that outside area, stopping them going underneath them through the stairs, which is what Team Global have been doing a lot and getting a lot of success of. So finally adapting. That's a smart move from them. XM as well making the shot, so individually well played from him. But Emilio's going to sight one with a very small gap. He's not going to back off, actually. He's going to balls it and face them on his own. He's going to get action. He's going to get the 2 remaining Team Global members pushing at him. Shitton's actually down there on the rotate, and there is another man there, so they're extending themselves to this B-bomb site quite heavily, and this might not work out for them. Are the terrorists going to go over to this Crows area? Well, Peter's actually got an angle on it and the time. I didn't notice the time. So Team Balkan picking up another round. Good round for them. Actually, would have been, well, it's a flawless round. Nobody died for them, but Team Global opting to save 2 rifles. So 7-7.
And something I'd like to draw the attention to as well is this is Team4Balkan's map choice. They wanted nuke.
Oh, well said, yeah.
And they're losing. Okay, they're not losing in terms of numbers, but in terms of momentum and what you'd expect the score to be, they're losing right now. Team Global, they're going to have a solid CT side. We know how good they are on the likes of Mirage. This shouldn't be any different for them. They like to lock down sites. They like to make the opposition push them. So you have to fancy them, especially as Olafmeister just comes through the hut and peeks down Roku. Peter comes back again. He's constantly been there. He's been having a pretty good half for himself, but still finds himself in a team that really isn't performing to the high standards they were expecting on this side. Because remember, they won the knife round as well. They wanted to go CT side, and it's just gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Yeah, somebody said they're not losing, stupid commentators. We're just saying it. You would expect an 11-4 kind of scoreline for CT. It is a lot easier to play as CT. Sure, they're not losing, but as you said, they're kind of losing, in my opinion. But do you know what this means? This could actually mean that we're going to see a crazy TR from them, and that would just make the best game ever. That could happen. Definitely could.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but momentum-wise is what I meant that they're losing. 8-7 the scoreline at Team4Balkan, and Team Global are going to be so happy with this result, because now they go onto the CT side. Now they're in the hot seat, and all of the emphasis, all of the pressure is firmly square on the shoulders of Team4Balkan. They have to make the plays. They have to win this pistol round. I honestly feel if they don't lose this pistol, they've already got half a door out of this map. Half a foot, I should say, out of this map.
Yeah. Maybe. At this point, I just don't want to call it, because I think they could turn it around. The kind of style that both of these teams employ, they're very similar in the way that they kind of split and pick with a lot of confidence. If Team Balkan pick up this pistol round and then get like a buy round and gather a little bit of momentum of their own, they can pull it back. I've got all the faith that they can, but Emilio's got the headshot onto Olafmeister. The bomb's gone down on that B site, I think. Talking too much, not really paying attention, but Dennis is going to bring it back to a 4-4. Peter's still in this ramp area being a nuisance. He's going to take down a rotating Crims, and that's going to be, well, look at the health on Team Global. This looks like a Balkan round, and it is much needed, as you said. Sipe's going to get the one. Can he get any more? He has been playing very, very well. He's going to get the second. Good play from Sipe. The health is definitely favouring the T's, though, still. But Sipe with the third. And now it's all Peter versus Sipe. Sipe, can he finish it off? No, Peter will shut him down, but great round from Sipe individually. Shame his team couldn't pull it off, and that's the start Team Balkan needed in the second half, definitely.
Yeah, 100% needed that round. Assault rifles coming in. And Team Global, they're just going to have to weather the storm a tiny bit here. They may be happy enough to wait around long enough before they can afford an AWP or something, so they may not want to rush the likes of a FAMAS, but you never quite know with these teams where their allegiances lay. And so far, you can see Team4Balkan, they're not giving anything away, stacking around the lobby. They're going to try and get a pick. I think what they're thinking here is that Team Global are going to try a desperation rush to catch them off in the backside and try and get some kills. And they're trying to just basically put the barricade down and say, nope, if you rush through lobby, you are completely dead. So in doing so, though, 2 players now going to start to push outside and look to push down secret.
It's a standard thing to do. It's anti-eco. You know, it makes no sense going anywhere quickly. You want to sit back, use the range you've got with your superior guns. So really standard play coming out from there. Something that most teams will do these days. Especially now that pistols are so strong, right? We see so many second rounds picked up that teams just really don't want to take any risks when they've got guns. Because it comes back to bite them if they lose it. They just get money screwed. But 9-7 is the score. This is the second round of the second half. And Team Balkan need to pick it up. I know I'm talking about risk control, but they need to hurry up and push this out here. There's 30 seconds on the clock, and they haven't really pushed anywhere yet. And actually, I think Team Balkan have opted to stack this B bomb site. Look at this. I really commend them for this kind of risk-taking behaviour. Converse to the risk control, they're actually taking a risk of themselves with the pistols only, and they're going to push the A site here, Team Balkan. That's the right bomb site to go for. Really good play from them, and it's going to work out surely. This will be a smooth anti-eco round from them, I would imagine.
Yep, and also to answer a question that you threw at me before, I was basically informed by Jonathan Malm, so thank you very much for this, that Dennis is the in-game shot caller for Team Global. So there you go. And as you say, pretty easy, breezy round for Team4Balkan, just shutting everybody down from Team Global. Want to pick up this 10th round. They are going to be 3 rounds to the good, which on paper looks good, but remember, this is CT side, and as soon as Team Global have some weapons under their belt, it could very well flip round pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's where it'll come down to it. You know, Team Balkan can pick up. If they pick up the first buy round, they're in a good position. They're in a good position to initiate the comeback. But if we see the CTs picking up the first buy round, Team Global, if they pick it up, you know, it's gonna stop the momentum, and immediately Team Balkan are going to be thinking, oh crap, we've got to pick up 6. Well, it'll probably be 5 by then. 5 good rounds as terrorists, and even though it was just done to them, you know, they made it look easy. It's not easy, and they will be worried at that point. But 3rd round coming out, still pistols on Team Global. They are saving up their money slowly. Obviously, next round they will buy up. I'd like to see who's going to AWP, if they do. Dennis sometimes does. Olive Meister, we saw him yesterday pulling off some crazy shots. But I'm interested to see who will pick up.
Yeah, Sype outside was trying to get that double. Unfortunately, only was able to pick up the 1. It's all down to Twist. He's going to fall. But they should have enough money to go ahead and get a buy up right here, right now. So this is where things are going to get interesting. Team4Balkan, they've built up a 4-round buffer for themselves. But on CT side, you'd expect that to quickly vanish.
Probably. It all comes down to the entrance kills. If Balkan can get them, depends where they push. But interestingly enough, Team Global decide to go AWPless. They've not invested in one. And on the other team, we see XM with the AWP. So that might be outside domination. That might open a door for Balkan, just as they did for Global, to go downstairs. So we're going to probably see Team Global tested, and we're going to see how good they are at rotating and locking down that B bomb site once the teams have made their way. But as I say this, my art director switches me to Crims, who is actually on the stairs. So perhaps they're not going to give it up as easily after all. And now we're going to see Team Balkan, they are actually moving their way outside. So Crims is a key part of the CT defense at the moment. If he goes down, that is going to open the door. But Twist with a good kill out of garage, actually, yeah. Got the good angle there. Emilio wasn't aware of CT being in the garage, working out well for him. And a good start for the CTs, 4 versus 5. Balkan are up against it here, and Crims gets another kill. Looking very good for them already. Still a lot of time to go in the round, though. It could flip just like that. It's one of those games. That's why I love it. Shitton's actually going to push outside and spot one on Crows, doing good damage. Only had his Leo, though, unfortunately. Wasn't able to get the kill. Roke, in the meantime, gets 1, but just 1. Olive Meister make sure of that. And now Shitton is the last man remaining. 20 seconds on the board. It's going to be a Team Global round and possibly a Team Global map 1. It's that simple.
Yep, Team Global, they have completely butchered them, but Shitton is actually going for the plant. He will get it as well, so that is a bit of a silver lining for Team4Balkan. How many players can he now kill off the back of this plant? That is the question. How much economic damage? The question is answered in the form of 1 kill before he falls down, courtesy of Dennis. The comfortable defuse as well. 11-8 will be the scoreline, but there is enough bank right here for Team4Balkan to just go ahead and buy straight back up again. So Team Global, they still got to play careful. I like their strats though. I like the fact they had a player in Garage, they had a player in Secret, because we were mentioning before, Jono, that a lot of the positions on this map, and one of the reasons why it favors CT, is his bottleneck situations on ramp and also coming through onto A from Hut and also Squeaky. So stacking 1 player in both of them and then allowing 2 to be outside is a very, very good tactic to shut down these weapons.
Definitely. And it just goes along with the kind of idea that outside is easy to get, and terrorist teams will push it a lot. So Team Global just shutting every door that they can, and as you said, really good hold from them, good positioning, good rotates, and they're getting the kills. I've been paused on my server. Are you getting that as well?
Yeah, I'm getting of.
Yeah. Okay. Something I'd like to actually mention. We haven't picked up a while. It's just a really little thing. Team Global were actually called LGB. For those of you that were not aware, Team Global were formerly known as LGB. I think they got dropped from the organisation or chose to leave it, and now they're called Team Global.
Yep. I'm watching Dennis, and it's paused as he's just throwing a grenade. It looks pretty cool, actually. I don't know if you've got that as well, Ruben.
Oh, that's sweet. Look at that. That's cool.
It's like Matrix stuff right here. But yeah, pause coming in. We haven't been informed as to what's going on right now, why the pause is coming about. Hopefully we'll find out some information. So while we do that, again, if you want to put yourself into contention to win an awesome USP Orion Stat Track factory new, costs about €40, then all you have to do is follow the stream. It is that simple. You may have to register an account. If you're watching this on the likes of CSGO Lounge, then by all means come to hitbox.tv/CS Arena if you're on an embedded stream, and that will allow you to follow this one, and then you can win that skin for free. We'll be announcing the winner tomorrow after our games that are played. So again, get yourself there. You can also follow myself, Jono, Chaos TV, and Hitbox Live on Twitter. All of those can be found on the overlays. That's at MetisTV for myself, at Jono Whiting as well for my co-caster, and you can fill in the blanks. I'm going to have a quick look at Skype to see if we have any information.
Yeah, cool. Shout out to Heidi Kerp on Twitter. She says she likes my blonde hair. I've actually got it cut off. It's gone. A player crashed on the server, so that's what we're going to sort out. So nothing to worry about. He will be back probably pretty soon. Doesn't normally take more than 5 minutes. But Heidi did actually pose a question along with the nice compliment. Nice blonde hair yourself, by the way, Heidi. Metas, what's your favourite skin in CS:GO?
I think I actually answered this on Twitter, but I said
the AK red line.
Probably the red line AK, because it's simple, it's sleek, it's sexy. Let's be honest. So yeah, red line AK for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's just a Glock, but I love, just like you, I love the minimality. No, what's the
simplicity?
Word? Simplicity. Is it just minimal? Is that the only variation of that adjective?
You can say minimalistic, I think. But I don't think it would work in that context.
There you go. Yeah. Why are we talking about grammar? Let's not go into it. But my favourite is probably the Glock Candy Apple. Actually, I love rocking it. It's probably because it's the only one I can afford, mate.
Yeah, but it's a simple skin, but it does the job. I don't understand skins that are overly complex. The Fire Serpent AK, for example, people love that skin, and I'm just like, why would I pick that when I can have the Redline AK, which looks 1,000 times better and is much cheaper as well?
Oh, I haven't had any other questions today. Some people want to be unbanned from chat, but I suppose they were naughty, so they got banned.
Yeah, you got.
By the way, I'm not a mod, so... Oh, we've got a question from the producer, so...
Go for it.
What skill? Do you mean what rank?
Yeah, I'll repeat that because I can't hear our producer.
Oh, so right, yeah.
I'll ask this question to you, Jono. What rank are you in CSGO right now, which I assume is talking about ranked MM and all that kind of stuff. And if you had to pick a knife, which one would it be?
Well, I'm a double star. No, not really. I'm Legendary Eagle Master and probably the Bayonet M9. Isn't that the nicest one? No, probably Huntsman actually, because it's so new. I'd be like, check out my new knife.
Yeah, the Huntsman was very valuable for a while, but now it's
Yeah.
dropped off in price pretty
Oh, is it?
significantly. It
What
has the
rank are
same.
you, by the way?
I was a Eagle Master, and now I got dropped to DMG because I play with Ruben,
Oh.
our producer, and he's a
Call him out.
scumbag. He's like, I think, what are you, Ruben, Master Guardian or something? Master Guardian 2.
Yeah.
So I play with a lot of the Chaos TV guys and a lot of friends. So I kind of fluctuate between Legendary Eagle Master and DMG, and at the moment it's DMG. I think if I win a couple more games, I'll be back to Eagle Master though. Well, wait, is it Legendary Eagle
It's
Master?
just Legendary Eagle, and then the one above that's
Legendary Eagle.
Master.
There you go. Then yeah, I think I'll be Legendary Eagle again pretty shortly.
Cool, man. Well, just so people know, I don't know if anybody would be interested, but the kind of my background is CS Source predominantly. That's where I've got my knowledge because I played at quite a high level in the UK scene, not in the international scene. Obviously, I wasn't like professional, but at one time was considering nearly getting professional. And that was in CS Source, and I was actually a strat caller, so that's my kind of background. Go, I play for fun, so that's kind of my rank, just because I play with some old friends, and we're all right. Um, oh, no, Heidi's on form, She's got another good question here. Shall I? Well, I haven't had any others, so I'm not being. It's not favoritism because I haven't had any other questions. But Heidi's asked, if you could change places with one pro player for a day, who would it be and why? Over to you, mate.
If I could choose to change places with one pro player.
I suppose if you could be a pro player.
Oh man,
That's kind of weird, isn't it? Because we don't know them as people; they're just gamers.
Yeah, that's the thing, because they could be amazing players, but the douchebags, and I would never know, and then I'd be changing position. I
want to hear the reasoning. Give a funny reasoning. Come
on. I'd probably go for Get Right or Forest because they're hot. There you go.
Alright, well, I was going to say Shockseekers is hot. I think he's good looking. I said this yesterday as well. I'm really going to get called up on this one.
You like them attractive Frenchmen, huh?
Yeah. At one point I was learning French. Not to pull men, to pull girls.
Was that just to get close to Shoxy? Just so you could, woo him?
Stop exposing me.
I've been asked the question here, what kind of mic or headset do both of you guys use for casting?
Oh, mine's rubbish.
Oh, in fact, you go for it then, John, because I can't remember. Did you say it was a Snowball?
Yeah, it's a Snowball. Is it Blue Eye Snowball or something? I paid Blue Snowball. I paid 50 quid for it. Got it recently because I did a cast, fell in love with doing it. It was so thrilling. I was like, well, I'm doing this. So I used my student loan to buy a PC. Don't say anything, I know it's awful. I used my student loan, so I'm in a lot of debt, and I've got this mic. It was around 50 quid. It's just a bit muffled though. I'm having trouble with it. I think there's something wrong with it. But what headset have you got? Do you use a headset or is it a desktop mic?
It's a desktop mic, and my headset is like a really crappy £10 one from Argos, which I don't even know if Argos exists anymore because I've been in Finland for so long. But
it does.
It's a really bad headset, which is incredibly cheap. But then I have a T-Bone microphone.
I've got a good headset as a player. Well, casual player. You need good sound in CS:GO. That's a tip for people.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, sounds very important.
Got creative 3D tactic range, or I don't know what order those words go in, but that's the headset creative. And it looks like we're back into it. So I think Team Global did just pick up their buy round. So Team Balkan are going to be buying again. Just about. This is the second buy round, fourth round probably. In the half. My maths is just terrible. I'm just working it out from buy rounds. No, fifth round. It's probably the fifth round in the second half. And Team Balkan need to pick it up and carry on a bit of momentum to have any chance in this, Metas, because, as we've said many times before, it's a CT map. Team Global play it well, and they don't need that many rounds.
They certainly don't. And on top of that as well, Team4Balkan have to be careful because their economy is not great, and that is going to be Twist opening things up nicely from outside. XM trying to get across the garage / Secret, going to be locking down the ramp as well. Denef and Olafmeister just destroying everybody. And it's all on XM as another pause comes in, unless that's just my internet being crappy.
No, massive play from Dennis there, getting three. Such composure. You just saw him tap, tap, tap. Just took his time. It wasn't a tap, it was a burst, but you know what I mean. Just really took his time, got the headshots. Great play from him, and a good rotate allowed the kind of attention to be taken away from Dennis. Am I getting my words out? So a player rotated round. They weren't even looking at him. He was able to kill them off easily, and it is a pause. Yeah, and there's another question. It's quite a funny one. Well, I don't know. It's a bit random. Do you like cheese? Metas, do you like cheese?
I do.
Yeah,
I love cheese.
Jason Jackson, shout out by the way on Twitter.
To be fair, I don't really care what kind of cheese it is. I'm pretty easygoing.
Really bit of a like cheese slag, can just have anything.
Yeah, I'm a pretty easy guy, I guess, in that way. Yeah.
Somebody with an interesting Twitter name has asked a serious question.
Is it the clan-mystik one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read his name and I was like, I'm not reading that name. Is the clan-mystik versus Titan still going to happen? Yes, it will. It'll happen tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So it's been rescheduled because the Face It Invitationals, which is also happening tonight, clashed with our game. And because ours is a best of 3 and the Face It one's a best of 1, we just moved ours to tomorrow when we didn't actually have a game scheduled. So it will happen, but it's going to happen tomorrow. And after that game is when we'll give the USP Stat Track Orion away. So there's plenty of reasons to watch our content tomorrow.
Yeah, you just need to follow the channel to be in with a chance to win that. Easy as anything. So make sure you do that. Do we know what's going on with the server, Ruben, possibly? Because probably somebody else having PC problems since that was the case before. But here we are just talking again. You know, on the back of yesterday, I don't think any game is going to be as good. Like, yesterday was just so phenomenal. There's a lot to live up to today. I still think it's going to go 3 maps, but Team Balkan need to wake up a little bit, I think.
Well, the thing is that if Team Global win this map, then Trains next week do have the round restarting. I mean, Leo comes in and gets the first one. It's probably not likely he's going to clutch this with 28 seconds and a 1v5 and now 1v4. And he has very low hit points as well. So I'll just carry on with what I was saying, that this is Team Global's chance here, because Team4Balkan picked Nuke. They got CT side first, and they're still slacking a tiny bit.
Exactly.
This is going to be 11-9.
What more do you need? Yeah. They've been given everything.
Oh, nice shot.
Just hasn't happened for them this yet. And Global picked Train, and Train's not a map that you pick lightly, if you know what I mean. It's not a map that everybody knows well, and it's not a played map. It's not played often. What I'm trying to say is, if a team's picking a Train, like Team Global have, that signals to me that they've practiced it and they're seriously confident on it. And that might spell disaster for Team Balkan, because they don't look that organised as a team. They're just kind of running around getting frags, and it worked out great, but in terms of playing Train, that might not work out. But Team Balkan have actually had the good entrance that they needed. Twist has got one back, but the A site is theirs, and here's another from Rook. He's going to get taken down by Olafmeister, coming in so aggressively, just running in. Just easy as you like, picking off 2 like that, and Huton's going to spot him. Olafmeister now has 2 to find, Huton being one of them on the A site there. XM's going to come up behind him, I think, and he's going to hear him, but Huton, thanks to the distraction of his teammate, is going to be able to get easy frag. And, well, big round for Team Balkan, much needed, now 12-9. They can buy again, can Global? Yeah, they can. So, not out the woods yet, but that's what they needed. They needed that round, give them a little bit of hope. Maybe they're going to pull it back, who knows?
Yep, and it's going to be Crims on just a CZ, so much needed round, they need more of them. And Team Global now with it all to do themselves. Let's have a look to see how they're going to aggress. They're going to be jumping right into the A site, rushing in a single column. They're trying to smash down these players. There's the first kill though from site, looking to get his second. Will pick it up, looking for his third now. Very nearly gets it, but Peter comes in with his double and making short work of them. So it's all down on XM. 1v2 situation. He's going to fall. And Team Global, even with that CZ, managed to pull back the round.
Change of pace from Team Balkan. They just decided let's go for an A rush. They might have thought possibly Team Low would be on eco, although I'm not too sure about that one because it was unlikely. But that might have been the reason they rushed it, or maybe they just wanted to throw them through a loop and kind of keep them on their toes, changing pace. But it didn't work out, unfortunately. I thought for a second there it would, because they got some really good flashes off, and all Global's players are like kind of up there with their hands across their faces and stuff, but they couldn't get the kills. And it turned out to be a Global round. Credit to Sype there. Stayed alive for a long time and got 3 kills, I think. It's a good play from him. He's actually on 13, top in the scoreboard for Team Global, so he's playing really well. And an eco round for Team Balkan. Good headshot from Olafmeister. They might even be able to get the bomb down here, actually. They've got B site pretty much. I spoke too soon. Crims is locking down that area, and he's already got 2. Can he get a third? Eco frags adding to his score. I'm sure he'd like that. Probably won't, actually. XM's going to pick him off. Damage being done, and now that's another coming in.
What?
I didn't actually see that, but 2 good kills from XM's going to secure a bit of damage control economically. 12-11 is the score, and Team Global, they're not giving it away just yet, are they? But Team Balkan will be buying again.
They will be. That was disgusting from XM. Real exemplary play, but unfortunately, it was just too little too late as far as Team4Balkan are concerned. They still have a round advantage, but this is getting ever so close. Full AKs and Galil buy up from Team4Balkan. Here comes Dennis through the ramp. Thought for a second he was going to push all the way. Grenade coming out, just catches the side of Shooten, and that's going to lower down some of those HPs. Dennis is still here. He's playing pretty aggressive. Finally will be pulling himself back. All 5 players are situated around the same area, and that is T, Roof, and Lobby. Just the one player of XM is outside, I believe that was. Yes, indeed. I think he's watching for Crim's pushing. Emilio has jumped on top of the silo. But look at this, Team Global playing this one perfectly. They're not falling into the trap that Team4Balkan are putting out for them. They're just sitting in deep. They're saying, you have to come at us, you have to plant the bomb, and we're not going to give any kills away needlessly.
Yeah, Dennis solo on ramp, quite interesting. He's going to get some action here, actually. He shouldn't overextend if he's got his wits about him, but Crims should not have got that kill. What a frag from him. Emilio goes down. Emilio had the drop on him. Didn't even hit him, actually, and Crims a great kill. It's just individual play it comes down to, it seems like. They're just too powerful at the moment with shots like that. But Twist and Peter exchanging now 3 versus 4. Crims comes in again. Psych with 1. XM's going to get the entrance onto A. Too many angles to worry about. And yeah, you said it. They're setting up pretty well. 2 on 8, which is very, very standard. Might even be 3 on 8. Crims is playing that outside magnificently. He's holding the back stairs, so they haven't got an easy entrance into B. And Dennis is playing solo ramp, which is fine because he can just drop. If they push ramp, he'll drop, and they'll have a man in Crows covering there, so they can't go anywhere. And I like it. It's a good CT hold from Team Global thus far, yeah.
What amazes me, though, is that Emilio did not get the frag on Crims.
I know. What is that all about?
I was watching from his perspective. He saw him for a good half a second before he died. Oh, look at this twist. He's trying to shoot down the clay pigeons as someone dropped down from silo. Peter will be pushing into the main before being dropped. So another eco round from Team4Balkan looking to be extinguished from Team Global in this all-Swedish affair. Sipe now has some work to do. There we go, gets the first one. Looking for the second player. Did just drop down there onto the B site, down the vent system. And we'll be getting that bomb down. So
cheeky.
Nice work from Emilio. Yeah, very cheeky. Gets 2 kills, gets the bomb down. Round's not over yet. If we can get another kill, this is pretty good for Team4Balkan.
Great eco round, yeah. I wouldn't expect him to because they should be aware he's probably in window and he's going to have to find 3 fully equipped. But he does actually find another. Emilio, surely not, lad. You're not going to pull this one off. He's got the second. Can he get the third? Not quite. Dennis is going to be the cool, calm, collected in-game leader to seal the deal for Team Global, putting them onto the 13th round. But, wow, good job for Emilio. Definitely making it hurt, and a close round in the end.
A real stinger there from Emilio. Great play from him, and that's going to force some rebuys up from Team Global. They still got more than enough money to deal with that, but now Crims is down to $50, so definitely did do a bit of damage. And if they can pick up this round,
yeah, it would be great.
They've got a chance. They do still have a chance. It would be a big round
for them. Bit of momentum. Money is on the edge, like you say, Global. It could sway still. They need that one great individual performance. They need that one player to step up and give them the hope, bring up the morale. Who was it yesterday that I think it was Shoxy 1 versus 3 Mirage, right, on the pistol round?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the clan-mystik comeback, wasn't it? After that, they were just solid, and it's amazing what kind of morale boosting a single performance can do just from one player. If Emilio had clutched that, for instance, I could see them actually coming back to win it. But in the meantime, there's already been 2 great kills from Team Global, bringing us straight down to a 5 versus 3. It's not looking good for Balkan. They're not really doing anything, quite aimlessly getting killed in lobby, just trying to feel out the CTs. Team Global with the angles, not overextending, but just enough to be able to get the frags when pushed, especially Crims in this door. He's actually going to get another, so good play from him. Seems to be working for them. They're going to be on the 14th round if they pick this up, bear in mind, and that's nearly match point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting ever so close to that finishing line, and yeah, I think if Emilio had clutched that round, all of Team Global would have disconnected as they unitedly threw their PCs out the window, because that would have been a round Emilio had no right to win, and that would have stung. That would have certainly had their heads down at the very least. Snipe now is in the prime position to clutch this round for his team. I say clutch, they're actually with a player advantage just to finish it off, and indeed he does. 14-12. Economy-wise, for Team4Balkan is good enough for them to go ahead and rebuy, but look at that. Again, not for the first time in the last 2 days. Dennis going to pick up the auto sniper.
Oh, we didn't see him really perform with it on Dust 2, did we?
That's a fair point.
I'm interested. He's playing ramp, so is he actually going to stay at ramp, or are they going to kind of mix it up? Yeah, he's going to stay ramp. So this is an alright position to have an auto sniper. It's kind of a statutory place. Statutory. That's not the right word at all. Static. He's going to be in one place, stood still. And it's going to have the drop on them, kind of like B-Apps on Mirage. You can just kind of sit there and pick them off as they come, so fair play. They've got the money to do it. They've got a 2-round cushion, which isn't enormous. They shouldn't be taking massive risks, but I suppose Dennis just feels comfortable with the gun. We have seen him with it a few times, like you say, yeah. Team Balkan, in the meanwhile, have actually bought up again, thanks to the great bomb plant from Emilio and the kill seek off. So it just goes to show a bomb plant can really make the difference economically. And Twist has had a great start already. Crims's health is very, very low. And Dennis is going to pick off too, so it was a good investment. Who are we to second guess him? 15th round on the board for Team Global. They're on the edge.
Oh man, they lined them up and Dennis knocked them down. 15-12, 3 map points for Team Global. Another buy can be afforded for Team4Balkan, but they are running out of time. They're running out of rounds, and I have to feel as well, on top of everything else, Team Global probably feeling very confident right about now. They're feeling on top of the world. Smoke comes through from Olaf Meister. What are Team4Balkan going to do? They're actually going to go ahead and push outside very quickly. There's Twist, though, in the right position. He picks up 2. Both of them headshots. Did he catch the other player that pushed outside? I'm not so sure.
He did, yeah. He let him away. Clever play from him.
Alrighty, so that's a 2v4. Fitton has picked himself up a kill before falling, and now it is all... In fact, I thought it was Shooting that died. It's actually Roku instead. So it's all going to be down to the sniper from Team4Balkan. This time around, it's got the AK-47. Flashes coming out aplenty. It's a 1v4 situation. 40 hit points remaining. And there is Sipe to pick it up. Good map for Team Global. They will progress through on their map of choice, Train, at 1-0 up.
A good win. Definitely since they lost the pistol round on Terrorist, everybody was thinking, oh god, you know, they've got no hope. And they come back and win, like, was it 8 rounds? I think 7 rounds as Terrorist. Against the fully bought CT. It wasn't in the eco that they got any rounds. Well, tremendous T-half from them, and well, they were able to convert it quite simply as CT, thanks to some good setups. Some very simple CT play, some good support play, but yeah, back to basics for them. Definitely got their shots and just closed it out in good fashion. So that, as you say, is first map going to Team Global. Yeah, that's probably the only thing we have to say about that. The next map is going to be Train, and